All right, today's first day of May 2025, and it is a great foraging day. Bees are out foraging, and this is my tallest colony of bees I've ever had. And I added a super up top about a week ago. So I just want to take a look at what's going on inside there. So this is deep box 1, and medium supers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to the top. Now, northern notes on there, those are from last year. So what I'm going to do, I haven't opened this up yet, so let's see what it looks like on the inside. I'm doing this with one hand. All right, so hold on, let me get my hive tool. Propolize this thing pretty good. There's see bees. Now, see if they're building in this top box. Yeah, I added this about a week ago. It was empty. Well, it had drawn comb. It just didn't have anything in it. Goodness. The very top box looks like they're building some white wax. I'll tell you what, and this is very hard to do with one hand, so I apologize for the shakiness. Take my shim off here. I put a 1x2 shim on the top of these boxes, kind of helps with ventilation, plus during the winter time when I feed them. So I just leave these things on here. As long as you give them enough space, they're not going to build comb between here and the roof. Now they will do that if they don't have enough space. So let's just pop a random frame out. These are pretty gentle this morning, which is nice. Let's see what they've done. Again, this is in 1 week, the very top box. Goodness, you stuck to. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Need one of those cameras you can strap to your head or your chest. All right, let's see what we got here. Looks like they've got this thing stored with nectar. Looks like every cell. This side I know it's hard to see, it's kind of heavy. And that's in the middle. Typically they work from middle to the outside. So let's go to the very outer frame and just see what we got. I know this is slow, but like I said, I'm by myself. I'm on top of a ladder. Goodness, this one's heavy too. Full of nectar. Both sides. So they've got I do 9 frames, by the way, in my supers. So they got all 9 frames of this full. My goodness. Now, technically I should add another super, but I'm going to go down through here and see if they have any room at all to store nectar and make honey. And if they do, then I'm not going to add a super. But if they're out of room below, then I will have to add a super to give them space, which I'd kind of rather not do because this is pretty high. So there we go. My goodness. I can't pull honey yet. I'm going to wait till the weekend after Memorial Day to pull honey. And then at that point, I can take a lot of these boxes off, harvest the honey, return some boxes back on, and they'll put some more nectar and make some more honey. So that's what we got. And then I've got one over there that's basically the same thing. In fact, just curious, let's go over there and look at that one. I may have to get on a ladder with that one too, so hold on. That's a pretty healthy one there. So these two are tall. Let's see, you got a deep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, time out, I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one's got 9. So let me see if I can step up here. Oh yeah. These have a lot of traffic coming in and out. Take my block off the top. Again, I have not opened this up, so we'll be seeing this together for the first time. I guess technically when you watch it, I will have already seen it. But let's see what the top one looks like here. See white wax. And there's clearly a lot of bees up here. I'm not going to pull the frame out of there, but I can tell there's going to be nectar. They're making honey. So that's a good one. All right. I'll go, and by the way, I have another very tall one down there. I just added a super to that one at the very back. Well, not the very back, but that one right there. Goodness. All right. I get back to work. All right, quick update on the really tall one. Broke it down just a little bit. I got 3 full boxes, and this one is full. I don't know if you can see there's actually capped honey in there. Tell you what, let me just take this frame out. Again, I'm going through this to make sure they have enough room, and if they don't, then I'm gonna have to add a super. So I don't want them to backfill the whole nest. So let's look. So again, they're starting to cap it. This is a very heavy frame. Look at this side, almost totally capped. Looks like that one is almost totally capped too. So again, just want to show you this. I know this is a very tall colony, so you don't think I'm just stacking boxes. You saw the top box when I first opened it up. These 3 are absolutely full. Let's go to the next one down. And again, absolutely full. I don't know if you can see the cappings in there. Got a lot of capped honey all the way across all 9 frames. So still got a few boxes to go, or quite a few. I'm going to run into the brood nest before too long. I would imagine the brood nest is probably pretty high, if I had to guess. Typically with a colony like this, you get like a chimney effect where the brood nest will be almost like a cylinder going up just a bit, and then honey on the outsides. So I know that one's all honey. That one may be all honey, we'll see. And then we'll probably start getting some brood honey mix on down here. Eventually what they'll do is they'll backfill this whole thing all the way down to maybe the last 2 or 3 boxes, and they'll continue, the queen will continue to lay in there for a little bit longer until we get to the summer dearth, and then she'll stop that. It's all right. All right, quick update. Pulled another box off, and there's a tremendous amount of capped honey in here. Let's see how far down the capped honey goes. So again, this is the first day of May, and we are well into our nectar flow. By the way, these gloves are awesome. These are cattle gloves, and they go all the way up past your elbow. Don't have to worry about taping up, bees can't get in. They are awesome. Goodness, look at that. Almost 100% capped. Pretty well capped off on that side too. And I see that's capped and that's capped. So these bees have a tremendous amount of honey in here. So all right, we've got deep box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 supers now. And we're just gonna look at this thing together. See a ton of white wax. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. And some capped honey, clearly. And again, just a tremendous population. This is a big boy here. This is the tallest colony I've ever had. May have to add one more super to it. Goodness, I hate to do that. But they don't have any room. I'm gonna keep going down through here and make sure, but they just don't have any room to put nectar or honey. The very top box was almost totally full. So, okay. All right, back with you. One more box down. So now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 supers down that are, looks like they're totally full of honey. See the capped honey inside there. Some of that's uncapped, but we're getting there. And this is just giant. Now I do think I see a little bit of brood in here. So this is the next box down. See capped honey. Capped honey all the way across, white wax. But I think I do see some brood in here. As I was saying just a moment ago, sometimes they tend to do is a chimney effect. So the outer frames will be all honey. And then the inner frame will be a brood, or the middle frame will be a brood honey mix. Trying to move slow because these bees do get agitated at me. And by the way, after this, I will leave these bees alone. Which one did I get? There we go. Yeah, I see some brood. All right, a little spotty, but I don't know if you can see this or not. Let me get some sun in here. They are backfilling some of these cells with nectar. Go to the other side. Yeah, a little spotty. I'm sure these bees have some mites. I'll take care of those by the middle of the summer after I pull the honey off. Brood's not terrible, but they are backfilling this. So what they do is they'll continue to backfill this nest further and further down to the last few boxes. I don't put a queen excluder on mine. I know some people think that's crazy, but the bees are going to backfill. I almost never have a problem with that. Sometimes the brood will be pretty high, but most of the time they'll backfill pretty far down. And again, I don't have any problems with that. Gosh, look at the bees. Okay, let's go one more box down. Okay, one more box down. Again, this will be the last time I do this. I'm going to leave them alone after this. Let them finish their honey making. So I'm going to go towards the outer frame and just see what we've got. Most likely it's all honey. And it is. Almost 100% capped off. The other side. Almost 100% capped. I see honey brood mix on the next one. So again, the chimney effect I was telling you, these bees will have some brood in here. But again, if I were to pull one of these frames out, I can almost guarantee they are backfilling. All right, see what our next box looks like. See white wax. Quite a bit of white wax in there. I see some drone brood just below the top. So we can put one of these frames towards the middle that's going to have brood. And again, on the outsides, you're going to have honey. Bees are oddly gentle today. It's usually not the case, but there's so much nectar out there, they are highly distracted. All right, so let's see what we've got. Actually, I just see some drone brood on here. Let me get out in the sun. See a few brood caps that are just finishing up. Find some sun. There we go. Let's see if I see any eggs in this empty space here. I do not. Oh, I see some larvae. Let's see if you can see that. There you go. Some larvae down in there. So the queen is still laying up here. You can imagine there'll be some eggs and larvae in there. But again, they're backfilling this pretty good bit with honey now. And I can tell you what, let me go to this other frame. I do see quite a bit of brood on this next one. Again, I'm not worried about putting a queen excluder on because they will backfill this. They do it every time. I just want to see how the brood pattern looks. You know, I pull those frames a little higher up. It's kind of spotty brood. Okay, I know it's hard to see. There is eggs and larvae in here. You see honey on the very outside. But this side has some brood. More of a brood ring. And then they are backfilling this with nectar. So that's what we got there. Brood's not as terrible on that one. But again, it's common to have some mites. Those will cause some problems later, but I'll take care of that later. All right. Okay, another box down. And this one, I see quite a bit of white wax. So they are just filling this one out. Let's look at this frame. This looks promising. Tell by the weight it's heavy. Oh yeah, it's full. Check the other side. It's full. You can tell this next frame over, they're working it pretty hard. So anyway, I go one more box down, then we'll stack these back up. It's very clear these bees are pretty much out of room. So I'll look at this box. I want to be really careful because I don't want to crush the queen by accident. I'm going to put these back together and give them one more super and call it a day. These things are just tremendously heavy. And this is just back-breaking labor. So I'm going to call it quits after this. Okay, I lied. Here's my last update. All these stacked. Just ridiculous. It's the last two boxes here. And again, these bees are full in here. I did check a couple of frames. We've got a mix of honey and brood. Also eggs and larvae. I pulled these two off too. And again, this is the same deal. It is a mix of brood and honey. Brood towards the middle, honey on the outsides. And they're backfilling this box. They're not backfilling this box yet, but they will soon. All right, that's it. That is the jumbo colony. Biggest one I've ever had. I gotta put these girls back together.